Hey everybody, it's your pal Sal from Sal Dougie's House of Cards, though you may know me as Abraham. Today we're going to take a look at a pretty cool trade I made on Twitter, picking up a bunch of Milwaukee Brewers cards. But before we get into that, we'll take a look at today's background. And today's background are a couple from my pennant collection. I have a small pennant collection. The first one on the bottom there in the upright position is a pretty standard Milwaukee Brewers pennant with that beloved ball and glove logo on it. I'm actually not 100% sure where I got this pennant from. I think maybe a gift from a family member. And then above it, you can see upside down there the my St. Paul Saints pennant. This one I know where I got it from. I picked it up at Target Field. My dad and I went up to see the Brewers play the Twins when they were on the road. Sports tourism is definitely a passion of mine, and hopefully in the future I'll be able to incorporate that into some of those videos. But that one got at the Twin Stadium in a game that Kyle Loesch, I think, gave up 5 home runs as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers. So big night from Logan Schaefer. I do remember that, but ultimately Minnesota won that game handily. So, but today's trade, it was a pretty cool one. Like I said, I had made a comment on, I can't remember if it was Card Purchaser or one of the larger Twitter accounts had asked people their collection size, and so I responded. I think it's currently around 14,000 cards currently, and then I added that I had another 2,600 available for trade. And a Twitter user at WaxPacksBacks responded to my comment and let me know that they had about 450 Brewers cards that they would be willing to trade to me for any Houston Astros that I could send their way. So I pulled about 75 Astros out of my cataloged for trade list on Trading Card Database, and then I went through some of my unlisted cards and dug out some there and thinned out the personal collection a little bit with some cards I was happy to part with to an Astros collector. But I do think all in all, I received about 450 cards, and I traded out 127, I think was the final total on the Astros that I gave up. So super generous trade from at WaxPacksBacks. I'm not going to break down all the cards in this video. We'll go ahead and open up the box here and maybe take a look at a few, and then I'll process them and come back and go through the highlights with everybody. But before I get into that, I do want to let everyone know that my current Brewers count on TradingCardDatabase.com is 3,339 unique Milwaukee Brewers cards. So I'm excited to give an update on how much that number changes after we go through this. So we'll take a look here at this box that they came in. So unfortunately for me, I don't think I'm going to have 1975-76 tops with duplicates or that Jabbar McAdoo Berry card on the top there. But let's go ahead and flip the lid and take a look at our treasure here. So here we go. There they are. Pretty exciting, right? Sides of cards. So we'll just pull out a stack here and maybe take a peek at a few, get an idea for what's in there. So this stack here, we got Bill Wegman, 91 score. On the front, that one I probably have, but you never know. And then on the back, 87 Mark Clear. So, and just some cool throughout the years there. And you can kind of see we got some 90 Donruss. Everybody loves some 90 Donruss. But also some newer cards here in the front. So very excited to go through this box. Like I said, I'll go ahead and I will process these cards out, and then I'll come back with an updated Brewers card count and show you all some of my favorites from this trade. Okay, friends, I've had an opportunity to go through the box and organize and sort and determine which ones were in fact needs for the PC. So the stack in front of us here with this nice Jonathan VR Topps Finest on top is most of the unique Milwaukee Brewers cards that will be added into the collection. Current total now stands at 3,490. That was an increase of 151 cards, so that was super exciting to pull that many cards out of the box and be able to add them into the PCs. The duplicates I will break up amongst some friends, and some I'll trade off, and some I'll give to neighborhood kids. So overall, a great lot. Some 84s was pretty much the earliest set in there, and most of the cards ranging from 1988 to about 1996. But there were a lot of good early Topps cards that are not early 2000s Topps cards that are not always so easy to find. So happy to pick those up in the trade, and then some nice newer cards as well. So in addition to the stack that we have here in front of us, I pulled aside a handful of cards to go through in a little more detail. Most of the cards I selected because of the player, although there are a couple that are mainly because of the card, and then a couple that are a mix of the two. So we'll go ahead and move the bulk stack out of the way. And we'll start taking a look at our Milwaukee Brewers here. So first off, we have a 1989 Upper Deck Bill Spires. This is a Bill Spires rookie card. Not as famous as another 1989 Upper Deck rookie card, but when I was a kid, Bill Spires was my favorite player, so very excited to have a Bill Spires Upper Deck rookie in the collection. Next, we have 1995 Topps Stadium Club, Jeff Cirillo Major League debut, 5/11/94, it says on the card there. So Jeff Cirillo, one-time Milwaukee Brewer All-Star, indefinite fan favorite of mine. And I really like cards with the Brewers wearing their green undershirts from this period of the mid-90s. So Cirillo here has the short sleeves on, and at least in the picture, looks like the more teal version. Next, 1995 Fleer Ultra, Darryl Hamilton. So 95 Fleer Ultra, not one of my favorite sets, but I did love this photo of Darryl Hamilton, and he was one of my favorites as a kid as well. So rest in peace, Darryl Hamilton. Then we have 1995 Upper Deck Collector's Choice, Teddy Higuera. I'm definitely a fan of end-of-career cards, so this is a great end-of-career Teddy Higuera. Also got his green sleeves on, but you can see in this one a little more olive color on those sleeves. One-time Milwaukee Brewers All-Star Teddy Higuera. And then we have this 1995 Sport Flicks Dave Nilsson. This one is really about the card. Kind of the weirder the release, generally the more I like the card. So this one you get two images on here. And we can see in the batting image, Dave has both of the greens on there. He's got the darker green on the long sleeves, and then on the bill of his helmet, he's got that more teal. So one-time Milwaukee Brewers All-Star David Nilsson. And then next we have 1995 Pacific Crown Collection, Jesse Levis. When I was a kid, me and my cousins just thought Jesse Levis was the most hilarious baseball player. And we went to a game once against the Detroit Tigers, and Levis ended up walking the game off with a single in the 10th inning. And we just thought that was the greatest. So I always kind of had a warm spot in my heart for Jesse Levis. And this is the first Jesse Levis card into the Brewers Master Collection. So our man Jesse getting the job done there. Next, we have my favorite Milwaukee Brewer of all time, and that is Fernando Vina. Here on a 2000 Topps base card. Nice picture of Fernando covering second base there with Luis Castillo sliding in there. So Fernando Vina also one-time Milwaukee Brewers All-Star and two-time Gold Glover as well, but those Gold Gloves came with the Cardinals. Next we have 2000 Upper Deck Victory Bob Wickman. Bob Wickman, one of my favorite Brewers for sure, a Wisconsin-born Milwaukee Brewer, so always excited to get Wisconsin-born Brewers into the collection. One-time All-Star Milwaukee Brewer Bob Wickman as well. And another thing that I like about Bob Wickman is he is currently the head coach of the River Valley high school baseball team, which is the school district that I went to when I was a kid. So every once in a while I go and catch a River Valley game, and Bob Wickman is out there coaching. So very cool card. And next up we have this 2001 Donruss Jeremy Burnitz. This is just an absolutely beautiful card. I love the blue background with the stars on it. That's such a cool look. Jeremy Burnitz, big-time power hitter for your Milwaukee Brewers and one-time Milwaukee Brewer All-Star. And then next we have 2006 Topps opening day Carlos Lee. So I really kind of like opening day cards. I know they kind of get a bad name, but I do like I don't necessarily like buying them, but when I find them, I do like seeing that bunting logo and picking up the singles. So this is a great one from 2006. Definitely like picking up those older versions as well. Beautiful blue foil on this El Caballo card. And El Caballo, despite not playing 2 full seasons for the Brewers, is a 2-time Milwaukee Brewers All-Star. And then next, this was probably my favorite card in the lot. This is 2008 Topps Heritage Baseball Thrills. Prince becomes youngest to hit 50 home runs. So such an exciting moment in Brewers history. I really like cards that call out specific moments in history. Or plays from games, that kind of stuff. I absolutely love it. So it was so exciting when Prince came along and kind of helped get the Brewers out of the dark ages and back into the playoffs. And this 50 home run season was so cool. Prince Fielder, 3-time Milwaukee Brewers All-Star, and your 2007 National League home run leader. And then next we have a 2019 Topps Big League Lorenzo Cain. I singled it out because of the uniform. The powder blues they look so great, and Lorenzo is looking so good in this picture. And then as I was kind of deciding, I thought I had 2 of these in the lot, and when I was just deciding to determine which one to keep, I noticed that the kind of edges, that bat color, is a little bit different on the 2 cards. So this is actually the gold variant, and the kind of a hard one to pick out because the regular one is just a more pale yellow kind of a baseball bat. So I was so excited for catching that and getting that entered in and having both versions of the card. And as I studied it, I noticed that you can see Chicago White Sox in the dugout back there in their retro jerseys. And then I noticed in the crowd, you got a couple of folks with retro jerseys on, and I realized I was at this game. My wife and I went to this game and watched the Brewers play the White Sox. We got our retro Sox jerseys. That was the giveaway at the day. And in this game, I went back and looked it up on Baseball Almanac. Milwaukee Brewers won 5-0, and they picked up home runs from Eric Kratz, Jonathan Villar, Jesus Aguilar, and Lorenzo Cain. So super exciting card. I love that I was at the game that the card was taken from, and Lorenzo maybe knocking that one out right there. So very cool. And then the last card I pulled out to go over here is a 2021 Donruss Corbin Burns purple foil. So another beautiful new card, one I did not have. And Corbin Burns, your 2021 Cy Young in the National League and ERA leader as well. So that's the breakdown of the lot. Super cool trade, a super cool experience. I want to appreciate again at Wax Packs Backs for the great trade and all the great cards, and just being a great pillar in the community. So always fun to meet other collectors and make those trades. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Go ahead, like it, subscribe it, and share it with your friends.